one thing we've found is that being happy, optimistic, positive in the really early stages of your startup is just one of the most powerful things, especially in those fragile early moments, to get it off the ground and really build that initial traction.
Hey guys, welcome to the, what is it, fifth episode of Startup Life. Today, it's a show where Joel and I always talk about various things we've learned throughout the startup, throughout our different life routines that we developed. And today, all about positivity and happiness and how to work on it, what we have done, what we do every day, how it's changed. What led us to this topic? What led us to thinking about it?
Yeah, so interestingly, for one reason or another, last night we ended up pulling up our email and looking back to when was the first time me and Leo got chatting, and what was like the first few emails we had back and forth when we were just starting Buffer. And one of the things that struck us when we were reading through these emails, obviously, is like really interesting, like, you know, the early stages and also like getting to know each other and things. But one of the key things we noticed was that in every email,
I had no clue about the technical points of coding.
That's
one thing. But yeah, no, sorry, keep going.
But I think you were trying. But what we noticed was that every email we were like trying to be really positive. Clearly, there's a lot of things we hadn't figured out at that point. We just had a few hundred users. There was like not much going on.
That was the crazy part, I think, especially.
Yeah.
We had so few users, and we would still. Everything we did was so focused on staying positive, staying on track, and I think that was the key for us to keep going. Because at any point, anyone could have pointed out and say, "Well, we only have a few hundred users. Maybe it's not worth it." But we were like always building on top of this, right? All the time.
That's the key thing, the building on top, right? Because like every email was just a chance for like just us two. It's like, you know, one email's here, and like the next person then says, "Oh yeah, we're doing well. Like we're going to figure this out." And like
then an idea comes in, and like we could also try this, and nothing was dismissed. I think that's one of the key things. We never dismissed an idea. We never shut anyone down, especially in the early days.
Yeah.
When we were like just getting started, we didn't know how things worked, and any idea that came in, we took it positively. We took it like, yeah, let's try this. I think that was one of the key. That was one of the most amazing things. It made us feel great. It made us feel like that's awesome. Like everything is like.
Yeah, and the other thing is that we weren't just we weren't just always like this, and we weren't just like these amazing positive people.
Yeah.
We talked about it a lot, right?
Yeah.
We worked on it.
Yeah.
Like we actively worked on doing this, and we knew that it was an important thing, right?
Yeah, and I think especially today, I think that we learned it, and then today I think we do it much more proactively, much more focused. Like working on happiness, I think is one of the most undervalued. One of the things that people forget about the most, that you need to work on being happy, like you work on playing the violin well, or riding a bicycle. Like you need to learn it. You need to work on it. I think that's just crucial.
It's like a muscle to exercise.
That's the best way to put it. It's a muscle. What do you do for happiness? What have you started to do?
One thing I've just started. It's not even. I don't know if this will stick. But, I've only done it once so far. But started to add into my morning routine and to do a gratitude journal. There's a video I watched that suggested it, and it's basically the idea is that you get up and in the morning you sit down and you basically write down 3 things that you're grateful, thankful, like that you think are amazing about the situation you happen to be in. So that's one thing I've started doing, and it really it kind of rewires your brain to.
Should talk about this.
Yeah, you have to take that time, and it's like it doesn't maybe the first one comes to you immediately, but then you have to actually think about it, and that's what thinking about it causes you to then. It takes a while. You think of all the things you've done, and basically you go through your day or your last few days, or the current situation you're in, and you're seeking out the positive things, and then if you can keep doing this, and it becomes just
You start looking at the positive things of everything
Exactly.
you see, right?
Exactly.
Everything you forget about the negative aspects. Everything,
Yeah.
your perception changes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's really powerful.
Yeah. I think the one thing I started to do like a couple of months now is a short meditation session in the evening. It's only like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I can't
That's
sit
cool.
still for longer.
So how does it work? You sit down.
Yeah, I sit down on a cushion. I'm not very flexible, so I can't sit in the good meditation position. But it's amazing just taking 10 minutes and thinking about some of the things that have passed throughout the day. And then I have a similar thing to you actually. I think about 3 people that I've been grateful for throughout that day. So it makes me think like, what are the interactions I've had that day, and why am I grateful for? And I challenge myself to find the gratefulness in interactions where actually the outcome was not good, and that's one of the best things I've done. So when someone turns me down, like for a pitch, for a deal or whatever, and I think about the person, and I think about the gratefulness for that person. It's like, okay, this person is trying to do a business or whatever, trying to make succeed, and I'm just trying to be grateful no matter what the outcome. I think that helps me to really move away from like any negative thinking that could come in.
That's interesting. It's kind of like there's a reason, there's a blessing in every
Exactly.
whatever happens.
Yeah.
So that's
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, it would be really cool to hear your thoughts on positivity. Being happy. Is it something you work on actively, or is it something you've thought to work on? And like, how do you do that and become better? Because I think we're wanting to work on it a lot as well. So yeah, just be cool to hear your thoughts.
Catch you guys next week.